All right. I have Courtney McGee with me today. My name is Chris Ralph. I'm the founder of Boulder SEO Marketing and chrisralph.com. Courtney, you're with Woorank, a really cool website audit tool, and I asked you to demo the tool today in a screen share session. With that said, why don't you briefly introduce yourself and then walk us through Woorank?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me and giving us the opportunity to talk about Woorank. So we are based in Brussels, as it says here. And yeah, that's really cool. So you can probably tell from my accent that I'm not from Brussels. I actually moved over to Brussels to work for this cool company. So what I do is more marketing and PR and kind of all things having to do with just getting our name out there. So really cool to have this opportunity to talk about us. Excellent. So if you're ready, I'm going to go ahead and show you what Woorank can do. Let's go over to here. Okay. So first of all, what's Woorank? What we are is a quick website audit tracking and reporting tool for digital marketing. So we're really easy to use for both professional digital marketers and also DIY website owners alike. So that's basically regardless of SEO expertise. We make our advice really actionable for any level of SEO knowledge. Like I said, we're based in Brussels, and we have a really international team. So we come from 9 different countries. That's us right here at our boss, that's Boris, at his birthday lunch. That's all of us. And like I said, we come from 9 different countries, and our services are available in 6 different languages as well. So moving into our tool, let me minimize this. All right, so as you can see, we offer 2 types of reviews here. We have our standard review, and then we have a more in-depth analysis called a project, where you'll find out all of our more advanced features. To run a review, the first thing that you need to do is type in the website that you'd like to review in this review bar up top, and then just hit Create Review. And that's going to take you to our standard review. The first thing that you're going to see once you land on your standard review is your SEO score. So this is a score that we judge you on based on 100 points that rates your site on Google's key ranking factors. The criteria that we judge you on your site are divided into 3 different categories. That's optimize, promote, and measure. You also have the ability to add up to 3 competitors within your standard review here in this Manage Competitors button. You can add competitors here, or if you're kind of like not sure who your competitors are, or if you just want to look at your own site for a client or something, you don't have to do that. It's not mandatory. And you can always change the competitors that you're looking at within your settings. Also within your review, your site's performance for each criteria is color-coded, kind of like a traffic light. So you can see immediately what needs to be done when you're scrolling through your review. So the optimize section is where you're going to find all of your technical and on-page SEO criteria. So this is essentially so you can check to see if Google can interpret and then also evaluate your content when it finds and calls your site. So we look for elements on your site like title tags, H1 tags, keyword usage, and other kind of technical elements like robots.txt files, XML sitemap, image optimization, and much more. So if anything for you is not familiar within this on-page SEO stuff, or actually any of the criteria within the review, you can click into any of the criteria and get a better explanation, some external resources about why we're looking for this, what we're looking for, how to fix it potentially. So there's a lot of different criteria in here. I'm going to jump down into the promote section, just to quickly go through the tool here for you. The promote section is going to tell you how well you're promoting your business online by giving you an overview of your backlinks quality and quantity, and also a recap of your social and your local presence. So your Facebook page, Twitter account, Google+, Crunchbase entities, and then also your local reviews as well, if in case you have them. Then the last section, the measure section, is going to show you your estimated traffic, your traffic rank, both worldwide and nationally, also where your visitors are coming from. And if you sync to your competitors, you can compare your results with theirs here as well. So for more in-depth data, what you do is start a project. And this is going to take you to all of our advanced features. So pretty intuitively, just click Start Project, and that'll start configuring your more advanced features. You're automatically going to get taken to the settings page here. And the really cool part about this, like I said before, just to quickly mention, you can add your competitors here as well if you haven't done it on your page. If you're not sure who your competitors are, or if you're a professional digital marketer and you're doing an audit for one of your clients and you don't have the time to do that sort of research, we have the suggested competitors here that you can start doing competitive analysis. So like I said, this really cool feature here, obviously I'm biased because I work here, but I think it's very cool that your ability to sync both your Google Analytics account and also your Google Search Console account. So this is going to show you all of your traffic data from the last 12 months, like sessions, new visits, average time spent on your site, as well as your crawl errors and your top search queries within the GSC. Once you sync these, your project's website review is going to be enhanced with a ton of extra data, and that will give you a much more granular look at kind of your user behavior and user usage. Down here in email subscriptions, this is another really cool thing that you can do. You can opt into our email alerts. So the first being our automatic uptime notifications. So what we do is we perform a constant server monitoring, and we let you know whenever your website has gone down, because you know sometimes your website can go down on kind of insociable hours. It can happen, you know, when you're out to dinner and maybe you're not looking at your website. So we babysit your website at all times, so you don't have to. So you can immediately take action if you're not, you know, at the office or something. We also have a weekly email digest for a weekly snapshot of your site's performance in a nutshell. So for digital agencies, these email alerts are a really wonderful and easy way to show your clients pretty tangible results from your efforts on a weekly basis. And then the crawler notifications are not a periodic thing. They're just a notification whenever you've started a crawl, we'll send you a notification that your crawl has finished and you can go look at it. So what we're going to do now is move into some of the advanced features like the keyword tool and the site crawl. And I'm going to move into the site crawl, or sorry, the keyword tool first. Do you have any questions so far, Chris?
No, this is awesome. Thank you very much.
Okay. So we're going to do CNN because I've already been tracking some keywords with them for the last couple of months, so I can show you kind of more information that way. So once you're in the keyword tool, the first thing that you'll see here is a graph of all the position spread of your keywords within your project for the last 12 weeks. So this really allows you to just visualize your progress over time. And you can filter out, if you're only really wanting to look at your top keywords, you can kind of filter them out and only look at those. So the darker the graph, the better. So your competitors also are automatically added within keyword tool. So you don't have to manually do that. That information is already pulled. So to start tracking keywords, you click on this button up here, Add Keyword to Track. And you can add all of the keywords that you want to be found by, separated by commas. If you are totally new to keyword research, if you're totally new to SEO, you don't know what you're doing, we have suggested keywords down here based on some things that we found on your site. So this will just give you a jumping off point to start your keyword tracking.
How many keywords do you track? Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's fine. So each project will give you a credit of 50 keywords. Now, you don't have to use all of them in one place. You can kind of spread them around. So if you're on our premium plan, you will have 5 projects to play around with. So that will give you a total of 250 keywords. If you want to use all of those keywords for CNN.com, you can. If you want to use one, you can. It's really up to you to kind of distribute them that way. If you're on the Pro plan, which gives you access to one project, you get 50 keywords to track. And then if you move on, if you need more than 250, you can move on to our Enterprise plan, which has kind of custom plans there for more keywords. Does that make sense?
Awesome, yeah, thank you.
Okay, great, sure. You can also just quickly change your Google domain based on where your visitors come from and also where your business operates. So you don't have to stay in the US if that's not where your business is operating. So here down here in the table, you'll see your average monthly search volume of a keyword. You'll also see your latest ranking data with weekly changes in your site's position indicated in green if you've moved up some spots, or red if you've decreased some spots, and also you can see the same for your competition here. So it really gives you a way to super visualize how your progress is doing for these particular keywords. You can click on any one of these keywords to then see a historical graph of your keyword's performance. So here you can see that your performance based on, compared to your competitors, and then also you can see a list of the top 10 Google results for that particular keyword. Now, why this is really helpful, at least for me, if I'm CNN and I'm tracking, you know, ABC, BBC, and NBC, that's all well and good. But I have a lot of other websites here in the top 10 that are performing better for this keyword than the competitors that I've identified. So maybe it's time for me to kind of reevaluate who I'm looking at myself against. All right, so that's pretty much it for the keyword tool. I'm going to move into the site crawl.
Actually, Courtney,
yeah, go ahead.
Are those the keywords that the home page is ranking for, or is that site-wide?
It's site-wide. It's site-wide. It's any page that is ranking for the keyword.
Great.
Mm-hmm. All right, so moving into site crawl here, this is a much more technical tool. I know that when I first started here and I took a look at this tool, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so intimidating. But it actually, once you understand it, it's totally fine. And we're here to help at all times if you have any questions about it or if it's confusing. So while our Woorank reviews analyze the basic on-page elements for your website's homepage, the site crawl carries out a much deeper website analysis. So here we're going to call through almost all of the pages on your site. I believe it's up to 2,500 pages of your site, and provide really useful data to help you identify issues across your site and then also address them. So what we do is we check for on-page elements like title tags, meta description, H1 tags, body content issues like thin, blank, or duplicate content. We also check for any HTTP status code that could indicate issues with your website's accessibility and usability. The indexing section is going to identify pages that might not be indexable and not appear in search results. Because, you know, if you could have the best content in the entire world, but if you're not indexable, if nobody can find you, then what's the point of even having that content, you know?
Absolutely.
And then finally, the canonical section. This is going to help you manage and spot all of your canonical URLs and broken hreflang issues. So the site crawl is going to give you the exact URL of any issue that we found on your site, so you don't really have to go digging around to find where we spotted something. We also have implemented a series of tools, which is honestly the only reason that I understand site crawl now is because of these contextual helpers that we have. So if you go into any one of these criteria here and you see something that you have just never heard of before, you're completely unfamiliar with it, you can click this question mark up at the top here, and that's going to activate those contextual helpers I was talking about. So if you see a red dot hovering over any one of these sections here, you can just click on it, and then you'll get a better explanation of, you know, what a 400 error is, why it matters, how you can fix it potentially. Some of those say that, and that's the same for any one of the sections here.
I love that feature, Courtney. So we in our trainings and our workshops, we have a site audit part. And it's just you don't have enough time, right, to cover everything. So this is extremely helpful where students go back to the tool and actually review the information.
Yeah, absolutely. And we also, whenever you click on that question mark, that automatically will pop up our little help center here. So if you're just completely lost, you're not sure what to do, you can jump straight to contacting us, and of course we'll get right back to you. If you're more of a DIY person and you don't really want to interact with the Woorank team, you can go to the Help Center and find an article, or you can watch some demo videos with yours truly. The last thing that I wanted to show you just about the site crawl is that if you're specifically for professional digital marketers who it might not be your job to fix these issues, just to find them, you can download these results as a CSV and give them to your colleagues, give them to your clients, give them to, you know, whoever's responsible for fixing these issues. So the last thing that I wanted to show you, the Woorank features that I think is really, really awesome, specifically for professional digital marketers, is our PDF template editor. So what we do is we collect your site's performance in really simple, easy-to-read reports delivered the way that works best for you. So you can access the PDF template editor if you're on your premium plan. Right here in the corner, go to PDF templates. So that's going to allow you to create your own white label report. And that's available also in 6 different languages. It's completely customizable in order to match your branding. And you can write your own advice or notes if you don't agree with, you know, something we're saying. So you go into one of the criteria here, and you can write your own tips. And the way that that will look once you've created your PDF template will look a little bit like this. So this is one for CNN. You can put your branding up here. And this is how it would look as a PDF. You can put in the footer, you can put your contact information, anything that you want. And you can also sort them. You can stick with one aspect of the report, like keyword rankings or technical on-page criteria. You can mix and match criteria. It's completely up to you. All right, so just a couple of logistical things that I wanted to tell you about Woorank. I wanted to take you to the free trial page. This is where the fun begins. That says it all right there. You can sign up for a 14-day trial anytime. And excuse me. and I'll be available for all new customers for a custom walkthrough of the tool. So you can learn specifically how to use Woorank for your business. So if you're, just starting out, you have your own, new e-commerce site, or if your new, I don't know, kite surfing site that you want your SEO to get better, you want your rankings to improve, then I'll do a call with you and I'll tailor the tour that way. If you're a professional digital marketer, I can show you how the advanced features can use for your client prospecting and pitching as well. So, yeah, go ahead.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I think that's very important. I mean, there's so many tools out there, and I mean, I personally get I get contacted by a lot of these tools providers, and it's like learning a new software sometimes. So
it is, yeah.
That also. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think that that's really what does set Woorank apart from some of the other tools that are out there, is that you don't need a degree in rocket science to understand what we're telling you about your SEO. So you could be completely new to this and really get a lot of value and improve your website a lot with all of our very actionable, very digestible advice. If you've been in SEO for years, you still have the same amount of value and benefit because you'll be able to kind of play around with the advanced features on a way that works for your business.
Exactly. Excellent. Excellent.
And the other thing I just wanted to tell everyone who might be watching or listening is that not only do we have this all-in-one awesome tool, of course, like I said before, I'm biased. I think it's awesome because I work here, but it is really, truly awesome. We also have this just infinite bank of knowledge with our SEO guides for anybody that really wants to learn more about SEO and how to improve their website. And then we also have this blog that is constantly being updated. It's just a plethora of knowledge here about all things digital marketing. We have stuff about keyword research, link analysis, marketing tools, semantic web, which is something that we've really been writing a lot about lately, social media, and really anything to improve your digital marketing. This is just an absolute goldmine of information here. So yes, I know I'm being like overtly promotional, but I really, really believe in our tool, and I want all of our users to get the most out of it that they possibly can.
No, I mean, you guys provide so much valuable information, and SEO and marketing changes all the time, and it's definitely one of the blogs that I'm personally reading.
Oh,
so that's why we're doing this interview, and I think it's of great value to hopefully my readers.
I hope so too. I definitely hope so too. And yeah, if anybody has any questions about Woorank or just wants to start a free trial, doesn't know how to begin, then it's just super easy. My email is super easy, Courtney@Woorank, and I can personally welcome you over to become a Wooranker with us.
Perfect, perfect. Courtney, this has been very educational and insightful. Like, thank you for your time.
Oh, no, thank you so much for having me.
No, that was awesome. Let's do this again sometime soon.
Absolutely. Whenever we have a new feature update, which happens a lot, we can do a new video so I can tell you all about the new cool stuff that we're doing here.
All right, excellent. Hey, I'm going to stop the recording. Again, thank you very much. And I'll add an email address to the blog post that we'll write about.
Awesome. Great. Great. Well, thank you so much, Chris.
Cool. Thanks, Courtney.